Right, Bo. We need to talk about flip-flop Farage. All right, Nigel Farage. He's flip-flopped again.
What's he done this time? What's he flopping? What's he flip-flopping like a hypnotoad about this time?
Well, so this is interesting. This, absolutely hypnotoad. So this is one of those things that they came out and said that they're going to do. We covered it here. Reform is going to deport 600,000. Weird number that they pulled out their ass, but we're going to do 600,000. Small boat people, basically illegal immigrants. We're going to deport 600,000 across the entire parliamentary term, was what they said. It was like 5 years, isn't it?
All right.
And there was confusion around what demographic he was going to deport. So then the next day he had a press conference. It was a whole thing. It was a whole press conference where he was like, yeah, no, young men. I was pretty clear. Young men. No, we weren't talking about women and children. We'll deal with that. But no, we'll talk young men. And then
So
flip-flop
women and
Farage is
children-
very...
So it was that women and children get to stay. That was the position.
That was what he said the very next day after that press conference, where people were like, oh, he's going to send women back. Oh, my God. So he came out, obviously caved to the pressure of mainstream media like an absolute pussy that he is. And now he's sat down with Beth Rigby, the darling of Sky News, Butch Beth, and said, flip-flopped, caved to the pressure. He understands, again, he follows, he doesn't lead. He has now realized the mood of the nation and how we are just so demonstrably done with it all. And he's gone, oh, yeah, we're actually going to deport women as well. But children we'll think about, was what he basically said. So he basically says, Nigel has confirmed he wants to deport women asylum seekers back to the Taliban in Afghanistan if he becomes prime minister. So when asked if he would detain women and children and send them back, he said yes. Challenged on when he said in August that he was not discussing women and children, Mr. Farage claimed this was a reference to his desire to see men detained on arrival in the UK. Shut up. No, it wasn't. You're a moron. At the time, he said he was very, very clear on the deportation of illegal immigrants, adding, we're not even discussing women and children at this stage. There are so many illegal males in Britain, and the news reports that said that after my conference yesterday were wrong. So this is what he said the day after that initial press conference. So when he said that, people misquoted him or whatever, he's just, you're a liar. So was this today? I think at time of recording. Yeah, it was today actually at time of recording. So we're recording this on Sunday, ladies and gents watching. So today, Mr. Farage claimed that the UK has a duty of care to a child if, for example, a 4-year-old arrives in a dinghy, but not to women and men. For clarity, those that cross the English Channel will be detained and deported, men and women. Children will have to think about. Well, I'll stop you there, bro. Broheim. Because if the children get here, who's going to look after them, you pleb?
Yeah.
Obviously, they're then going to... What are you talking about? What, we're just going to become foster care for the third world? Shut up, you imbecile. There is no way that's unworkable. And that would just pave the way for some kind of legalese injunction where they're not allowed to keep women here for some ridiculous reason. I don't know. No one wants to look after the third world. We're done. What is wrong with you, Farage? Do you think before you speak? Obviously not. This is just absurd.
Breaking up families isn't a good look, because a 4-year-old will probably, almost certainly, have some sort of parent or guardian. There are very few like small children that have just been put on a dinghy.
Yeah.
I mean, in fact, that does happen, but it's really rare. Usually, if there are any children on these dinghies, they are actually with their parents. So you don't want to break up the family. I think that's one thing ICE in America have got right. Yeah, we're not going to break up any families. You're all going back. We don't want to break up your family unit. The other thing is, it's a classic shit test from liberals saying, "Oh, you don't mean the women and children, do you? The poor women and children." It's a classic shit test. And the way to pass it is just do a Steve Laws. Just go, yeah, no, I do mean women and children. Yes, women and children included. Yes, all of them. They're all going back. Yes, all of them. Next question. Next shit test. Next libtard shit test. Come on, what else you got? Yeah, women and children as well. Yes. It's not hard. It's not hard. We're not breaking up families. You can all go back. How about that? Boom. Yeah. Done.
Oh, but you break up the families. No, won't. They're all deported back to the same place.
Yeah.
They can be together back there. It's fine.
You've got a country of origin and you can go back there. You've got an ancestral homeland. We can do a DNA test if you refuse to tell us what it is. And you can go back there because this isn't your home.
Oh, it's ridiculous, isn't it? I think what, obviously, I mean, the main take home from this is just what an absolute raging melt he is. Just flip flops all the time. Just literally, does his press conference, says he's going to deport 600,000 people. The very next day, he comes out and says, no, not women and children. Then a month later, he's like, no, definitely women actually now. So, for God's sake, mate, pick a lane. But I guess what this does indicate, something that we have known for a while, is that with enough pressure, we can begin to shift Nigel Farage on some of these things. We can push him to get these things done. I not that I have any faith that he's going to do any of these things, but at least we're shifting the Overton window to having the dialectic move in that direction is actually really important, because the removal of the stigma to open discourse for these types of topics is huge. And if we can do that at the very least, even if he fails, it means that the next government will be even more empowered, if that makes sense, right? Yeah. Because the Overton window would have moved so radically by that point when he fails, which he will fail, and he won't deliver, that when a right-wing government does come up, they'll have the mandate to do everything. Everything.
Yeah. No, you're right. The man's goddamn pussy. He's not a leader in any way. He's a follower. And because of that, yeah, he can be pressured. Well, it's not that he can be pressured into doing anything, but he can at least be pressured into saying something. And you're absolutely right. The proof of the pudding is in what he'll actually do, not what he says when he's in opposition. I've heard many people that have been in opposition. I even remember a very interesting interview of Tony Blair talking about the difference between being in opposition and being in government. And he said, I've heard many people say this. Being in opposition is actually really easy. You can sort of say almost anything, and it doesn't matter because you never have to prove it. Being in government is something else entirely. So, and he may well be the next prime minister. It's looking increasingly likely he will be the next prime minister. We'll see what he actually does. I've got no faith that he'll do anything substantial. But yeah, you're quite right. In the meantime, it's not nothing. It's not of no value to force these cretins into at least saying that they intend to do something. That is something that is of value, potentially.
Effectively, Nigel Farage is our useful idiot. So one way of looking at him. If you support reform, be my guest. But I view Nigel Farage as a useful idiot, shifting the national discourse. And when he fails, everyone will be chomping at the bit for a proper party to deliver. He is our useful idiot. It's a puppet.